Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Gyan Ka Dabba.
ज्ञान का डब्बा।
Hello everyone, my name is Mihir Bhatt from Dragonfly UAVs and I am a mentor at Gyan Ka Dabba. I have been an aerial cinematographer in the Indian film industry for about 4 to 5 years and I have been fortunate enough to be working on projects such as Andhadhun, Simba, Baghi 3, Patal Lok and many more. And coming to the topic of discussion for today, which is buying your first drone, for which I believe there are two main factors that influence that decision. The first factor being the purpose you're buying it for, and the second is your budget. And before we get into the details, I just wanted to explain to you guys that all the prices I'll be mentioning during this video are going to be in dollars. The reason for that is the prices in India of drones are fluctuating all the time depending on the availability and also because of the unclear, hazy government guidelines that are existing as of now. So let's move ahead and get into the details. So let's begin with the purpose of buying your first drone. And just to make it simple, I have divided it into three major categories. The first is you're a hobbyist, somebody who's just pursuing it as a hobby, and you want to take it out with friends and family on a picnic or on an outing and have a good time with it. Now the second category is you're somebody who wants to give it a shot. You want to try aerial cinematography out as a career, but before investing on a good drone, on a bigger drone, you just want to try your hand at it and see how good you are. That's the second category. And the third category is you're already a professional photographer or a cinematographer and you want to add an additional skill set to your existing skills. The first category is the hobbyist category, and for the hobbyist category I would recommend you going for the Mavic Mini. This DJI drone is costing you around $400 on the DJI website, which means that in India it should be priced about 20 to 30% more than that. Now why I would suggest the Mavic Mini is because it weighs 249 grams. 249 grams doesn't really matter, but why I'm telling you that is because the Indian guidelines say that if your drone is 250 grams or more, you need a special license and maybe you also need permissions to fly that drone. Since the Mavic Mini is 249 grams, you don't need such permissions or licenses and you can fly it on your own. But obviously you have to follow the general basic regulations, which says no flying around airports, no flying around public property, no flying around hotels, railway stations, public places as such. Basically places which are away from the city and you're not bothering anyone. So that was point number one. Point number two, it's extremely portable, extremely handy. It's a really small bag, it fits into it and you can go wherever with it, and it's not like an extra big piece of baggage that you have to carry with yourself. Now coming to the third point is the battery backup. The battery backup of the Mavic Mini is about 25 to 30 minutes, which is very good for a drone, because usually drone batteries would last around 10, 15, 18 minutes at max. And why 25 minutes to 30 minutes is good is because since you're learning, you might take time to turn it on, you might take time to take it off, you might take time to just get used to it. So that extra battery time really helps you in learning how to fly the drone. Point number 4, which is the camera. This camera shoots at 2.7K resolution video and gives you up to 12 megapixel of stills. Now I believe 2.7K is a good enough resolution for a hobby drone. 4K and all those other higher resolutions, 6K, 8K, all of that is amazing, but you don't need it being a hobbyist. So the camera is amazing and it definitely fits your purpose. Coming to the next point, which is safety features, and this drone has the right safety features for a hobbyist or a beginner. And the first feature is something called as precision hover. Now with the precision hover, the best part is you can just leave your controller the way it is and the drone will continue to hover unless and until you give it another command. Now you have to be sure that your GPS signal is strong enough before you trust the precision hover, because if the GPS signal isn't strong enough, the drone can move a little bit from the position you left it at. Coming to the second feature, which is return to home. Now return to home is basically a button that you press and the drone comes back to where it took off from. This is in situations when the drone flies further away and you can't see it, or you're not sure about where it is and you want to bring it back. So that pretty much helps you when you're a hobbyist or a learner. And coming to the final feature, which is the different kind of shoot modes. Now these shoot modes are really going to help you since you're a beginner to create some cool content. And let me give you an idea about what these different shoot modes do. So one is the classic pullback, where you're standing in one place, the drone is close to you and flies further away, revealing your location, and it looks pretty cool. The second mode is again another pullback, but in this case the drone doesn't go further away, it goes higher, but the camera keeps on tilting down and keeps you in the center of frame at all times. So something like this is what happens. Now the third mode is the circle mode, where the drone is just going to fly around you for one 360-degree rotation. And so what happens is, during this mode your background continuously keeps on changing, and that looks pretty cool also. And moving to the last mode, which is the helix mode, where the drone is flying around you in circles, but after every circle it keeps on going a little further away, and that also actually is maybe even better than the circle mode. So here we have it. For beginners, our final call would be going for the Mavic Mini, because it's not really that expensive, $400 on the DJI website though, and as I told you that in India it would be around 20 to 30% extra of what the online costs are. Now coming to the second category, which is you are somebody who wants to try your hand at aerial cinematography or aerial photography, and most importantly aerial photography. So we would recommend the Mavic Air 2, and it sells on the DJI website for about $800, which means in India it should be available for about 20 or 30% more of that. And the features of this drone are as follows. So the first feature of the Mavic Air 2 is the fly time. Now this drone has a fly time of 30 to 35 minutes, which is amazing. This is not available in any other drone in this category, and that extra flight time just might help you to save some costs on extra batteries that you have to purchase. Usually I would tell anybody to purchase 3 batteries, but if you're having the Mavic Air 2, I believe 2 batteries is more than enough. So the second feature on this drone is the camera, and this camera has an amazing 4K video output, which is truly commendable given the size of the drone and the camera. And the best part about it are the stills, the photographs, which are 48 megapixel. Now 48 megapixel stills are something that is amazing for this drone, and I'm sure no other drone in this category, in this range, is going to give you that. So that is amazing. And coming to the sensor size, it has a half-inch sensor, which is also amazing given the size of the camera. And for me personally, the sensor size matters more than the resolution, because the quality of the video somewhere is more impacted by the sensor size, I feel personally. And also pointing out some other cool features are the 8K hyperlapse feature and the active tracked focus of this drone. So all in all, the camera seems really great. The next highlight of this drone is the range of the drone. Now DJI claims that you can fly this drone for up to 10 kilometers further from where the controller is, and that I feel is amazing. No other drone has been able to reach 10 kilometers, and there are chances that you might never take it up to 10 kilometers because you can't even spot the drone once it's 500 meters away from you. But still, having this range is something truly commendable. The Mavic Air 2, just like any other Mavic series drone, comes with a handy carry bag, which means you have a portable kit ready to take it anywhere. And basically summing up all the features of the Mavic Air 2, I would say that it's a perfect balance between any professional drone and a hobby drone. So if you're in the category where you're slightly confused whether to go for an expensive drone or to not go for an expensive drone, I think this is the right drone for you. And coming to the last category, which is you're already a commercial photographer or a cinematographer and you're just looking to add an additional skill set to your existing set of skills. And for that, we would like to recommend the Mavic 2 Pro, which I also use as a drone of my choice whenever I'm a cinematographer, and I also use it for a recce drone when I'm flying the Inspire 2. Now the Mavic 2 Pro sells for about $1,400 on the DJI website, and I think it must be around 20 to 30% extra when you're buying it in India. And let's move into the features for why you should go in for the Mavic 2 Pro. The first feature of this drone I would like to talk about is the beautiful Hasselblad camera. This camera has a 1-inch CMOS sensor, which I believe is a major contributor for the beautiful quality of footage that this camera gives you. You get a 4K resolution at 60 FPS and you also get 120 FPS at 1080p. Coming to stills, this camera is going to shoot 20 megapixel stills, which is also a very good quality of photograph that you will get from this drone. Also, something very important about this drone is you have aperture control, and being a professional, you know how important your control over aperture is, just to get the right exposure and also maintain good quality of footage. The next feature is the 10-bit D-Log M color profile. Now this color profile is basically a flat color profile, and it really helps you to pick up those colors and contrasts when you're in the grading room. So that is something also which really helps to match your footage with different cameras and get a great output. The next feature that we will talk about is the battery of the Mavic 2 Pro, and this gives you a flight time of about 25 minutes, which is amazing. If you were a drone enthusiast, maybe 1.5 years back, you would have been shocked if somebody told you there is a small drone available that can fly for 25 minutes. Also, this comes with a really handy portable carry bag, and which means again ease of travel with the bag. The next feature we're going to talk about is shoot modes, and in terms of shoot modes, I believe this drone has everything, starting from panorama to 360-degree virtual tours to hyperlapse, active track, waypoint flying, and many other modes. Basically every mode you need, this has it. And finally, concluding this segment with its comparison to its brother, the Mavic 2 Zoom. I personally feel going with the Mavic 2 Pro is a better option because the sensor size of the Mavic 2 Zoom is much smaller than the Mavic 2 Pro, which means the quality of video is definitely better on the Mavic 2 Pro. Also, the stills that you take on the Mavic 2 Zoom are just 12 megapixel as compared to the 20 megapixel available on the Mavic 2 Pro. And I would also say that if you're just buying it for the zoom feature, that zoom effect can also be achieved on edit. So if you ask me, it will be Mavic 2 Pro any day. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope this video was informative and helpful and helps you buy your first drone. Also, if you are interested in similar content, please subscribe to our channel, and if you have any suggestions, please feel free to write them down in the comment section below. I hope you guys are safe. See you soon.